So I have a PowerPoint here that I'm going to go through with you guys to explain a little bit how we got here. Why am I sitting here? Why you're sitting on the other side? How this whole thing started. And you guys know my name, Serge. Some of you probably know me, maybe personally, and some of you don't, which is fine. You don't need to know me to understand what's going on here. I'm just here to take you to a different direction. I don't know what you've been doing so far, but my goal here is to take you to a different direction where you become a system engineer. So what is the training about? What is the goal of this training? I'm going to go through that. I'm going to go through the goal of the training. I'm going to go through a little bit in a very short form, my story itself, why you should listen to what I have to say. That's my story that I'm going to tell there. And I'm going to go through some questions that people have asked before, see if we can answer some of those questions and clear some of the doubts that you might have about some area, different area. So the goal here is for me to turn you into a system engineer. And that is all what I'm about to do here. Nothing else, right? So the goal for this training is mostly, we usually like to say, six-figure income. Yes, it might not sound like a lot of money for people that are already making six-figure income, but to make six-figure income is tough. If you go on Google and you type how many percent of US population are making 100,000 or more, you will see that the number is extremely slim. You can check that right now and you will see that the number is extremely slim. So we are trying to push you through a very tight window of those people that are high there in terms of salary. When we say six-figure, it means your salary has six-digit number, right? It has six-digit number, one, and a whole bunch of zero back here, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-digit number. That's what is called six-figure. Now, I'm just here to help you accomplish that and nothing else. Let me go through how this whole thing started, where I'm sitting here today. So I moved in the United States in 2009 from Cameroon. Yes, I'm from Cameroon. And I came here, landed in Oklahoma. After a few weeks in Oklahoma City, I went to Pennsylvania. After sitting at home in Pennsylvania for almost a year, I finally got my green card. How did I get my green card? That is a don't ask, don't tell question, okay? Just know that I got my green card after a year. Now, when I got the green card, I started working, I moved out immediately from the house where I was living. I was living with my wife, uncle. I moved quickly out of the house because I was already a little bit uncomfortable in that house. The type of comment that they open the fridge and they say the juice that we bought yesterday is already finished. Little comment that will make you feel very, very uncomfortable. And you're not even drinking juice, you're just drinking water. But did a comment. So move out of the house, started the life, mostly warehouse, right? Started working in chocolate factory where I'm picking chocolate and doing all kinds of stuff to feed my family. But it was tough, right? Things were really, really tough. I remember times where I will go to the gas station with my wife. When you go to the gas station, I don't know if it still works like that, but back then I studied the gas station and I realized that when you go to the gas station and you put your card in the machine, usually it pull only $1, right? Because it doesn't know how much you're going to consume. It try to pull $1, that's how it knows that your card is valid. So I would do my groceries until I'll make sure that there's like $3 left in my card. So then we'll carry both car, go to the gas station. I'll push the card in the machine, take the nozzle, pump the gas in my car, then I'll sit there with the nozzle. Why can't I put it back? If I put it back, my card goes red and I cannot push that card in yet anymore. So I'll sit there. My wife will come and take my car, pull it away. She'll pull her car so that I can pump in her car as well. So I pump 2 cars, then I put it back, then the account goes negative. The account goes negative, and I know that the next paycheck is going to come and cover the negative. And that's how we were living. I mean, I was sitting in the house. If there's a $10 problem, we're just going to be stopped. So I started feeling like, I shouldn't have come in this country, right? I don't know if any of you ever feel that, have that feeling like, I should have stayed back home. I think back home was a little better than this. So I was looking for ways to make a switch, make the change, but I didn't know how, right? And the only how that have been taught us for a long time was to go to school. But how do I go to school? I'm managing 2 jobs. Each job is paying $8. I have 2 of them. I'm getting to my house at 5 a.m. I have to leave at 9 p.m. Tough. I have a wife. I have a child, little baby. When I got here 2 weeks later, my wife gave birth. So we were literally struggling. We were surviving. We were just, you see how you're living and you're just knowing that one thing that's going to happen is just going to take you out of the, I don't know, the traffic. So after struggling like that, I found a job with the Walmart Distribution Center. Now, Walmart Distribution Center was a little upgrade, because Walmart Distribution Center, they were paying me $17 an hour, which is already replacing the 2 jobs that I was getting paid $8 an hour. They were paying me $17 an hour, and I was working just 4 days a week. So it was an upgrade there. But still, it wasn't easy to pay all the bills and take care of the family. I remember times where I'll be looking at my wife and I'm wondering, like, I'm pretty sure when she's sitting in her own anguish, she's wondering, like, when people were choosing husband, who is this guy that I choose to be my husband, right? When you're a guy and you cannot provide to your family, the thought that goes through your mind, you probably know that your wife is not feeling like that, but those thoughts, negative thoughts, will keep coming to your brain. So I went on the Bureau of Labor website. Again, what is the only way to the money? College degree, school, many years in school. I went to the Bureau of Labor website and I started looking for program that I can take on that website to change my life. I saw electrical engineer, register nurse, petroleum engineer, all kinds of engineering program. And the starting salary for those programs were ranging from $40,000 a year to like $65,000 a year. Now in the warehouse, I was making like $35,000 a year. And I was looking into a program that will give me more than $35,000 a year in the warehouse where I was in Tobiana in Pennsylvania. I want to visit that warehouse. And I still have the badge. I still have the badge that I used to clock in that warehouse. Every time I will go in my drawer and I'll take that badge and it's a reminder, right? But anyway, I went on the Bureau of Labor website. I look program that I can take. A lot of programs were 5 years program. Not only 5 years, how much are you going to pay for student loan? How much are you going to take? Student loan, massive student loans. And how much are you going to make at the end? I mean, 60,000? Come on, man. Then I was looking at, if I pay the student loan, do you think I'm back to the 35,000 that I'm making right now? If I go for 60 and I pay the student loan back, then I'm back to the 35,000 that I'm making right now. So I was thinking like, okay, another thing was like, okay, let me just go so that when people ask me, what do you do? I don't need to tell them that I work in a warehouse. I can say I'm an electrical engineer, whatever. So that was the motivation right there. It was not even the money anymore. That was the motivation. Then I was debating that in my head, trying to figure out what I need to do until this fateful day in 2014, January. I cannot forget. My wife's younger brother visited us in Pennsylvania, and we were sitting on the table having dinner. And my wife asked the guy, "Hey, how is this your friend?" He was like, "Which friend?" My wife said, "Ngang," because his name is Ngang. The guy was like, "Oh, Ngang is a big boss now." My wife was like, "Big boss," because my wife knew that both of them, they did PSN, nurse. They did nursing in school. My wife is like, "Big boss how? Still in the nursing field?" He said, "No, he took a boot camp in IG field and he's making like something like 110,000 a year." Now, I was drinking water on that table. I choke on that water. I say, "What did you say?" He said, 110,000 a year. Man, I was like, did I say something like that on the Bureau of Labor website? No, I did not. Then I took a pen and a paper. I say, "You mean to tell me that somebody is making 110, a comma, and 3 other zeros behind?" He said, "Yes, sir." Now I lose focus on the food that I was eating. The food didn't taste anymore. The water that I was drinking didn't make any sense anymore. Nothing made sense at that moment anymore. I was confused. I was excited. I was going crazy on that table. Now in Cameroon, I'm from the Bamileke part. They call us Bamileke in Cameroon. But my wife she's from Bamenda, which is the English part. So my wife turned to her my wife's younger brother turned to her and say, "Look at your man. He don't hear money, no fitting anymore." That's a slang in Cameroon, like pidgin. So what he's saying to my husband is that your husband, what he's saying to my wife is that your husband heard money now. He's not thinking straight anymore. And it was true. I was not thinking straight anymore. I said, "Give me your friend's number." He said, whoa, calm down. I said, "My brother, you have no clue. I've been looking at Bureau of Labor website. I've been looking for anything to do to finally live what they call American dream. Give me your friend's number." He's like, "Dude, can we at least finish eating here? Can you come down? We finish eating here." I was like, "All right, fine. Then I kept insisting. He's like, "What are you going to do? We're in Pennsylvania." He's like, "The place is in Maryland. What are you going to do? That's 4 hours away." I said, "My brother, even if it's 20 hours away, give me the freaking address, man. Give me the address." Finally, he saw that I was serious about it. I was not going to let him rest. He finally called his friend and said, "Please give me the contact of the person that trained you." They gave me the contact. It was a Thursday. I called. Nobody picked. I'm calling this number. Nobody is picking. The next day, Friday, I called. Nobody is picking. I called my in-law. I said, "Do you have the address of that place?" He said, "Let me find out." Got the address, gave it to me. Saturday morning, at Walmart Distribution Center, I used to work from Monday to Thursday. Then I was off 3 days. So the weekend I was off. Saturday morning, I put the gas in my car. I took off from Pennsylvania. My wife is like, "Are you serious? Are you out of your mind?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Where are you going?" I said, "Well, let me go meet this guy." She's like, "It's 4 hours." I say, "I know." She said, "You've been calling. They are not picking. I don't even know if that school exists anymore." I say, "Let me go find out." I hit the gas. She's like, What am I going to do with the kids before I go to work? By then, she have done the CNA training. You know, the CNA, the people that just wipe people's face at work, just the face, right? She did the CNA training, and she was a CNA back then. And then she's like, you know, in the nursing field, they do put in more hours during the weekend. So as I was taking off Saturday morning, she didn't know what to do. She's like, what am I going to do with the kids? By the time she's like, what am I going to do with the kids? I was taking the corner. I was taking a 180-degree corner living. I took off, guys. I drove 4 hours. I went to this place, parked the car. I went in. And I said, are you Emmanuel? He's like, yes, sir. I said, man, I've been calling you. You won't pick. He's like, what were you calling for? I said, well, I heard that you trained somebody and the guy is making 110,000 a year. He said, yes, sir. I said, my brother, I'm in. I said, how do I join this thing, man? I didn't have no question. How do I join? That was my only question. He said, you need a laptop, you need a computer, you need to pay your tuition, you need blah, 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 blah. I said, I don't have any of that, but I'm ready to join. He said, as a matter of fact, a session is starting right now. It's a faithful Saturday morning this morning. A session is starting right now. I said, see, you would have picked up the phone. I would have come prepared. It's because you were not picking the phone that I started driving. He said, where did you drive from? I said, from Pennsylvania. He said, so you drove 2 hours to get here? I said, no, 4. The man looked at me. He said, you drove 4 hours to get here? I said, yes, sir. I drove 4 hours. He looked at me for like 10 seconds and he said, go sit in class. I was like, are you for real? He said, yes, go sit in class. I said, where is the class? He said, go down the hallway, second door on your right. Guys, I was walking down this hallway as if I was walking straight to heaven to see God sitting there looking at me. The way I was walking down this hallway, I was like, am I going to sit in this class? Now, keep in mind, my wife didn't even know where I was going. She didn't know what's going to happen there, but here I am sitting in class about to take the class. I went and sat in the class. It was a fateful morning like this. Everybody was sitting there with their laptop and their book note, everything. Some people even have red, blue pen or everything. I didn't have nothing. I was just sitting there. I didn't have nothing, but I was hungry. I was not just hungry. I was starving to hear what this man is about to say to me. I didn't care what he was going to teach me. I've been ready for the past 5 years for this moment. Have you ever felt that way? Like you're ready. He came in and he started teaching. He looked on my table. He saw that I didn't have anything. Then he went and grabbed paper, pen, and a pen. He gave me, and that's how I started the class. He's showing things, and the one showing people next to me, showing everybody next to me what they're asking us to do. That's how I started the class, guys. Driving 4 hours one way. The guy was not doing Zoom, so there was no way I can sit in Pennsylvania to take the class online. And it was purely Linux, nothing else. Linux and Solaris. I would drive 4 hours one way to go take the class, 4 hours back, 4 hours back. I drove on that road until the tire on my car was worse than this. Worse, the tire of my car. Every day I'm thinking that it's going to blow up, and it never did. You know, sometimes you have that massive faith. Even, I feel like when you have that massive faith, even God start holding your hands and say, keep moving, I'm with you. I thought the tire was going to blow up. Nothing happened. I kept driving. Everybody's like, you need to change the tire on this car. Yep, I know. Driving to Maryland. Now, imagine just the gas to drive, the tuition, the pain that went through this. My wife could not pick up the hours that she used to pick up anymore. So shortage in terms of money in the house, shortage of everything. It was tough going through this course. It was tough, man. There were days I'm driving, I'm in tears, man. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Then I finished the class after 8 months, after 7 or 8 months, started applying. You come out of the class, you're pumped up because I was killing it in class, man. Killing it. I was sitting in that class, I'm saying, if there's just one person that's going to get a job here, it's me. I don't care. It's me. Then I finished, went through interviews. They turn you down here and there. It's fine, fine. Go through this interview, they turn you down, fine. Go through the next one, they turn you down, fine. Until finally I went to an interview with Bank of America. The guy says, Serge, it seems like you have a lot of experience. I say, yes, sir. He said, I think we will have you in the office for the next steps. I say, yes, sir. They scheduled the day. Dressed up really nice. Went to the office. Carried the interview. They say, we're going to get back to you. I say, yes, sir. Drove from New Jersey. The interview was in New Jersey, Pennington, New Jersey. That's where they have the campus that deals with their data center. Drove from New Jersey to Pennsylvania. The next day, somebody called me and said, you ready for this? I said, well, whatever it is, let me know. She said, we decided to offer you a job as a Linux principal. Congratulations on that. I said, thank you. She hung up the phone. She said, well, no, she hung up the phone there. I went to my wife. I said, I got it. She said, you got it. I said, yes, we both cried. And now you see, when I was in Cameroon, I used to say, white men cry when they are happy. That they are crying too because I was happy. I used to think that it's just for other people to cry when they are happy. We cried that day. It was so emotional. And Bank of America was offering me $117,000 a year, 11730 a year, from 35,000. Then something happened there, guys, and I want you guys to pay close attention to this. Something happened there. Somebody sharing their screen with us. Something happened there. They have given me $117,000 a year as a Linux principal in an office. But the mentality, who can tell me what is still, the mentality is still the mentality of what? The mentality is the mentality of what? Of warehouse. The warehouse mentality has a thick skin. It was tough to break that mentality. And that is something that we need to be careful for. Those jobs that they call dead-end jobs, I'm not the one that call them dead-end jobs. That's how they call it. Those jobs that they call dead-end jobs, the danger is not that it doesn't pay well. The real danger is that you start identifying with those positions. Instead of switching your mind in the mindset of this is temporary, you start looking yourself in the mirror as the warehouse. You become the warehouse. So it was difficult for me to believe that this is happening. I'm like, a lot of negative thought was coming, like, who is going to give you that money? Come on, Serge. Come on, man. They can never. Because of the warehouse, I was seeing myself as somebody that is worthy of the warehouse. So it was difficult to break that. That is why when they call me after a week and say, we're going to conduct your background check before giving you a starting date, my heart dropped in my stomach immediately. I knew that thing that they're saying background check is not going to go well. Always in the negative expectation that things are going to break. It's not going to work. Why? Because I'm feeling the comfort in the warehouse, like that's who I am. But slowly they went through the background check. They asked me, do you have the person called me collecting information about the background check. Do you have a master's degree? No. Do you have a bachelor? No. Do you have an associate? No. What do you have? That was a question that they asked me from Bank of America. So what do you have? I said, well, I have my high school degree and I have one certification. I said, okay, email all that to me and I'll get back to you. Now, when I email this information, guess what is going through my mind again? Told you it's not going to work. Nobody can give you that money. Cannot work. Never. I emailed the information. 2 weeks later, they call me and say, congratulations, your background check clear. I say, clear? Background? How? I didn't even put Walmart on my resume back then. But we'll have a talk about resume. Okay, not now. We'll talk about resume later on. We'll have to talk about that. Now, first day of work. Now, mind me, in the warehouse, we dress with t-shirt, a little short. We don't worry about dressing. Now, going in this office, I need to dress with nice shirt, tucked in, with a nice belt, everything clean. I went in the parking lot 30 minutes before the starting time. I'm sitting in the parking lot looking at everybody going into the building and making sure I look like one of them. I was like, yeah, I look better than that person there. Yeah. I think I look better. Yeah. Okay, cool. Then I sat there. The time count came to go in. 8 a.m. My heart is pounding. Boom, boom. Scared. Why am I scared? Warehouse mentality. Warehouse. Then I went in. Everybody's touching the door with a badge to go in. I don't have any badge yet. It's my first day. Then I went in. I stepped at the door. And the security guy pressed the button and said, step on the handicap door. I stepped on the handicap door. I walked in. I said, this is my first day. He said, where's your manager? I said, Mike. He said, let me call him. Pick the phone, call Mike. Mike stood upstairs and said, Serge, come on upstairs. I was like, he needs to slow down with this confidence, man. He needs to take it easy on me here. Then I'm going upstairs, making sure I'm walking like an IT guy. You can't be walking like a warehouse person. I'm going up the stairs, got upstairs. He's like, come on, good morning, welcome here. I said, thank you. He's like, let's go. Then we went in. He said, I have 3 cubicles. I'm going to show you all those 3 cubicles and you will choose which one you want. I said, yes, sir. Then he said, this is the first one. As soon as this man showed me the first cubicle, I told him that, yeah, I think I'm going to stay here. He said, no, I need to show you all the tray for you to choose. I said, no, sir, I think I'm good here. He said, you sure? I said, yes. He said, you should see the order before you choose. I said, no. Who knows why I didn't want to walk around the floor too much? Who knows why? Well, if you don't know, I was like, what if you're taking a corner there, you fall and then they see you falling like a warehouse guy with your leg up like that? I mean, I was just feeling like maybe somebody from the warehouse, they will see it on your face immediately. That's right. I sat right there. He said, okay, if you insist, I'll leave you here. He said, so just wait here. My office is over there. If you need anything, let me know. I said, sure. He said, we already called HP. The HP people are going to come here and set up your laptop. I said, me, Serge, HP people are going to come set up my laptop. This is real. It's happening. It's happening. Then I started realizing that the thing is happening. Then I was sitting there the whole day till the guy came like around. I was sitting here the whole day until the guy came there around 2:30. Now imagine this is my first day at work. And I'm sitting there for hours doing nothing. My mind started wandering a little bit. I'm like, in the warehouse, even if there's no electricity, even if we are in the dark, you don't sit like that. You do something. You sweep the floor, or you pick up the trash, or you do something. How am I sitting here the whole day doing nothing? I'm like, this guys can fire me that I'm productive. What should I do? What should I do? Can we clean the floor here? No. What should we do? I'm just going to sit here. I'm waiting. I'm not going to say anything. I'm observing everybody. Everybody's already on their laptop working because they have already set up their laptop. I don't have anything to work on. The warehouse mentality was kicking in hard, trying to sabotage everything. No, I did not pick the trash because you were seeing people passing there every couple minutes to clean. So I was like, this is probably their job. You even go use the bathroom. It's so clean. Like, it's different. It's not the warehouse. It's so different. Even the bathroom is beautiful. Somebody's in the bathroom every 15-minute cleaning. Like, sometimes you go there, you can't even use the bathroom because they are so busy cleaning. I'm like, dude, can you clean one time and go? Like, come on. So it was a quick change. It was a massive change. It was a massive transformation. Then I started sitting there. This guy came finally, set up my laptop, and he said, okay, we're going to set up your password. I said, yes, sir. He took the keyboard and he gave the keyboard to me. He said, create a password that's 8 characters. It has like uppercase, blah, blah, blah. I'm going on the keyboard. My fingers are shaking on the keyboard. I can't even type the keyboard to create my password. I'm creating, and it keeps saying, password do not match. You guys know, you guys have been familiar with that where you're creating your password. It's saying password do not match. Finally, he's like, don't worry, I got you, man. He took the keyboard and he's like, he created a password for me. He said, you can change it later. You can change it afterward. Guess how long I used that password? I never changed it. I used that password until the system started saying the password need to be changed. That's when I changed the password. For 90 days, I was using that same password just because I didn't want to make any mistake. I didn't want to leave any room for failure. I didn't want to let failure find me anywhere. People were sitting in the office, walking and chatting on their phone. Nope. My phone was in the car. No room for mistake. I didn't want that. So then I started like that, and then 3 weeks later, or a little over 2 weeks, I got paid. Guess who found out that I got paid? Of course, the boss. Hey, they pay you. I said, they did? She said, yes. I said, how much? She said, go check. Guys, I'm sitting there. I'm holding an offer that says 170,000, but I still don't believe that they're going to pay me. I'm thinking that maybe the day of the pay, they will say, hey, there was a mistake here. It was just 2-0, not 4 zeros or 3 zeros. They pay. I went and checked on my phone, and these guys have deposited 3,400 in my account after taxes for 2 weeks' work. 3,400 after taxes in my account. Then in Tobiana, where I used to work, I'll be having 800, 900 every 2 weeks. If I do some mandatory overtime, they used to drive me nuts with the what they call mandatory overtime. If I do a whole bunch of mandatory overtime, I can find myself 11, 1200 every 2 weeks. And the week that I have 1200, I'll be taking my family to go eat red lobster. That's a big deal. Now the 2 weeks have turned into 3400. So my wife called and say, I had some stuff here in the card that I wanted to check out and the card was not going through. Do you think I can check them out now? I say, be careful. I don't know where this money is coming from. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to change their mind tomorrow. Keep that money somewhere. If they do change their mind, I can give them their money back. She said, okay, fine. She got mad, they get mad. Then I work 2 weeks, the paycheck is coming. I'm going at the door, the batch is walking. Every day I'm touching the door opens. I'm like, that thing is real. 2 weeks, the check is coming. 2 weeks, the checks is coming. Then I started realizing that a lot of people are stuck in that same situation where I was yesterday, thinking that you need some super brain to get into this field. I realize that a lot of people are in the same situation like me, thinking that you need to go to college for so many years. You need to accumulate so many debt to be able to get into this field. It's not true. I went from a warehouse with no prior background in IT to a system engineer in a couple months. And it's possible for you guys as well. That's why I decided that I need to share this information. The transformation was, it was like the sky color was different. The air that I was breathing was totally different. I'm walking in the house. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I'll go in the kitchen, open the fridge, go in the backyard. Like everything start feeling different. Even driving on the road, people cut in front of you. No, you don't have any problem. Yeah, go ahead. Warehouse used to F-bomb everywhere. F-bomb at work, F-bomb at home, F-bomb on the street, F-bomb everywhere. You're always stressed out, mad all the time. The difference is extremely magical. In the warehouse, people talk about the next pay, how they cannot wait for the next pay. In the warehouse, people talk about how they hate this job. In the warehouse, sometimes we go in the truck, we're breaking TVs because we are mad. We want to break stuff, break TVs. When I go to the office now, we are sitting on the manager's computer watching the launch on the next iPhone. We are all sitting in somebody's computer ordering his Tesla car. The conversation is different. Everything's different. That's why I wanted so many people to experiment what I just went through. It was a transformation completely. I wanted many people to go through the same transformation, but I didn't know who to go to start teaching this stuff. I knew I wanted to share the information, but who do I go to share? Guess who was the first target? The boss. I came back from work one day. I said, I think I want to teach you this stuff. She said, whoa, wait a minute. What are you talking about? I said, well, honey, you see, look at how much I'm making. You're doing radiology technician. What does that even mean? Like, you're already $20,000 in debt, and then when you finish, you're going to be making what, $20 an hour or $25 an hour? I'm here at $57 an hour, and you see, when we want to do things, we just use force, and then we just go aggressive with these people, and they shut down. She shut down. She's like, leave me alone. I'm not learning that thing. I say, fine. Go do your radiology technician. That's fine. You don't care about the money? Okay. Maybe I could have taken a different approach, not just the money. She shuts down. We spent like a week without talking to each other in the house, like quiet talk. Big fight. Then, God knows how to do things. God knows how to change things, how to move things, how to move people. One fateful day in Pennsylvania, big snowstorm, big, huge snowstorm. I went out, helped her to clean snow on her car and on the driveway for her to pull out and go to work. She's dressed like somebody going to the moon, like this, all covered. She got in the car and she's like, "You're still in your pajama. Aren't you going to work today?" I said, "No, I'm working from home." She said, "So you can work from home?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "So to work from home, do you need to let them know before, or you just wake up a morning and say, I'm working from home today?" I said, "Well, I just send an email and say I'm working from home." She said, "Okay." Got in her car. Went to work. Lunchtime. "Hey, yes. What's up? Cool. How's your day going?" I'm like, "Cool." He's like, "Where are you?" I say, "I'm still in the bedroom." "Where's your laptop?" "It's right here next to me." "So you're walking, laying in the bed?" I say, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "So what did you do since in the morning?" I said, "Well, just send some few email with a snowstorm. Many people are not in the office, so it's quiet." She said, "Okay." I said, "How is your day going, by the way?" She won't say nothing. Quiet. Radio silence on the other line of the call. With nursing people, when people don't show up at work, it's a bad day for them because now they need to take care of, 100 people instead of 12 that they used to. So I knew she was having a rough day. She didn't even answer. I'm like, then she was quiet and then she's like, "It's fine. The day is going well." Then she hung up the phone. And I was like, yes. I didn't say nothing. She came back that day. And then before because when she used to come home, she needed to take her scrub off, take a shower before we can even give her a hug. Before she went, I even take everything on her off. She said, "I think I want to do that Linux thing." I pretended I didn't hear, guys. I was on the TV. She said, "Did you hear what I said?" I said, "No, what did you say?" She said, "I said, I think I want to do that Linux thing." I said, "No, I don't think it's for you. Don't do it." She said, "Whatever." She went in the room, took a shower, came, ate the food, and I was just quiet, guys. Then finally she said, "Please, honey, I'm serious. I'm serious. Please, I'm sorry for last time. I want to do it." I said, "You sure?" She said, "Yes." I said, "All right, let's do it." Got her a laptop, got her a laptop, and then started training her. Some days the laptop is flying through the windows. I have to go out and collect the laptop and come back. We struggle with this training. Some days like, I'm done. I'm like, "No, you can't be done. You can't give up. Blah, blah, blah." Struggle. And today my wife has been working for Geico for the past 7 years as a senior software engineer. Yes, senior software engineer for Geico. She got that job and she never looked behind. She never looked left or right. She's still so grateful today. Sometimes she's sitting in the kitchen. She's cooking what we call fufu, and the work laptop is right there. Her work laptop is on the washer and dryer. She's doing the laundry while she's at work. And she's still thanking me till today. Now, her friends started calling me and say, "Hey, Prof, we can't be wiping people's face. We want to be working on the keyboard too. Laptop lifestyle, come on." I trained their friend. They went and got a job. their husband started calling me and say, hey, listen, you can't be changing this woman's life and leaving us out. I trained them, they went and got a job, and the word started spreading around. So one day I was sitting there with a couple of people sitting in class, and somebody say, "So you need to open a school." I'm like, what are you talking about? What school? He said, yes. I said, what do you mean? He said, you have the talent. I said, no. Listen, I just want to share this information. He said, go open the school. The world need to hear what you have to say. I said, okay. I said, no, I can't. He said, what do you need? I say, I don't have money. He said, how much is needed to open a school? I didn't know. I never sat down with a pen and said, I'm going to open a school. I have no clue. I was just saying, I say $5,000 because I wanted this guy to leave me alone. This guy got up, went to his car, signed a $5,000 check and he came and gave it to me. And I'm like, whoa. He's like, yeah, take it. A guy from Ghana, by the way. Any Ghana people here, kudos to everybody from Ghana that is sitting in this class right now. The guy was from Ghana. He's from Ghana. He's still there. He's from Ghana. I took the check, went home, didn't cash the check. The check was sitting there. So he came to class the next week and said, Prof, you did not cash the check. The money is still in my account. I said, yes, sir. He said, what are you waiting for? I said, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Then he took all the students that they were in class at the moment, 5 of them. They went and looked for the place. They negotiated the price. They called me. I came. They said, that's the landlord. Gave him the money. I had to go cash the check. I cashed the check. I went and gave the money. And that's how the school started officially in 2016. And it's just been word of mouth. So you guys are sitting here today because I have probably changed the life of somebody close to you that you know, that have spoken to you about this course. That's how this course have been advertised since then. Or maybe you have seen some post online about the course. So that's how we are sitting here this morning. We are sitting here this morning because some people yesterday, like you sitting here, made it through the program successfully, and they spread the word and you heard it somewhere. I don't know where you heard it from, but take it very, very seriously, guys. Take it very seriously. It's not a joke. It's something that can completely switch your life. I didn't just change people's life. I have made a whole bunch of people rich in America financially. So it can change your life too. I want you guys to be very, very focused. Stay laser focused. I call that being laser focused. So focused that if somebody stands between you and this course, the laser coming out of your eye should cut them in pieces. Stay laser focused.